Good morning, everybody. I'm Etsa, and welcome back to Stardew Valley. So, you may be wondering why did it go from Monday this or why did it go from the 6th day of spring to the 8th day of spring? The entire day I forgot to record it. I thought it was recording, and it was about a 15-minute episode. I only did one day. I talked about a lot of really cool and interesting things. A lot of cool things happened. I can't remember what they were. I talked about Story of Seasons and A New Beginning. I did a montage. I did a bunch of stuff. And funny enough, it was the one time I didn't double check that I was recording. Because I usually always look at the beginning of the episode. If you listen, it sounds like I get farther away. I'm actually squinting at my second monitor. What had happened was it didn't record. I don't know if I just didn't hit start or what, but it went from I went to check my recordings because I was going to throw them in the editor because I didn't want to forget to do the montage. And it wasn't there. It didn't record. I don't know if it failed to record, failed to save it, like it was the problem and I did record it, or it just didn't record it. So basically, I'm going to give you an idea. That was a good episode and I missed something kind of important, but the game already saved because it saves automatically, so I couldn't undo it. Otherwise, I would have just restarted and did it again, but you can't. I planted potatoes. These are all potatoes. I went and got potatoes. I did a cutscene that was kind of important. I cleared out a bunch of trees, and I was going to super speed it. But I guess I'm not going to do that now. And I almost passed out. I was at super, low levels of health. I'm really kind of upset that I lost a whole day, because that was kind of a great episode, I thought. I went really into detail and about stuff, and I might just do it again, but I'm not going to start over. We went to the community center. Let me look at the map if I can find it. I'm here somewhere. The community center is up here somewhere. We had gone to the community center and there was a cutscene with the mayor. And when you go to the community center, wherever the heck it is, I'm going to give you a recap of how I interpreted it. What a shame. This place is such a dump. It used to be so beautiful. Here, I'm going to open the door and we're going to go inside. Wow, I think the kids, Vincent and someone was playing around in here. It looks more dilapidated than I thought. And then a little green slime ball jumps through the window and it's like, burr, 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 burr. And then you look at it and you're like, oh my gosh, look, there's a green slime monster. And then the Lewis, he turns around and goes, what? Where? I don't see a green slime monster. And then you go, it's right there. And he doesn't believe me. And then apparently I think another one comes in the room, but I wasn't sure because the character starts pointing and jumping. And then he's all like, I think you're crazy. I'm going home. He didn't say I was crazy because he just goes, I think I'm ready to eat lunch, but I'm going to keep the door open so I can come back whenever I want. And the other subplot was that the Joja Cola wanted to buy the land that this house was on to build another store or something. And he's like, if anyone else joins us that stupid store, I'm going to sell this land. So I am going to help restore it. He didn't tell me to, but that's kind of my idea. So yeah, there was a monster or something in here. That's my best way I can recap it for you. I'm gonna go off about what I went off about before. I didn't really do too much. I didn't go to the mine. I talked about how I was gonna go to the mine. I spent most of the morning chopping down trees, and I was planning on doing a super speed, like a montage, like Mega Man Let's Play style that I used to do. And I lost a day, and I'm kind of upset. It's 15 minutes, but whatever. Maybe I didn't want to go off about what I went off about anyway. So I went in here and I found out they have stuff that can heal you for 1,000. But I didn't have 1,000. I talked to the really mean girl and I gave her a flower and she was like, this is a horrible present. And I was talking about how I wanted to stab her with a sword on accident and be worth passing out for. And I spent all my money on potatoes. And then I talked to some girl with green hair, which is potentially probably who I'm going to go after. Maybe. Because she was cute. Here's a community center. I didn't do anything else that I can think of. I went off about how in this game the characters actually roam around. If they go to the store, they actually walk to the store and then they walk home, which I like. What I didn't like about some of the newer Harvest Moon games is that the characters are not believable. They do not suspend my disbelief whatsoever. Basically, I should go the other way, but I'm going to go the long way because I don't know any other way. In the newer ones, they seem to just kind of teleport around. I almost feel like they don't care anymore. and it kind of destroys my disbelief. Like, let's say in A New Beginning and Story of Seasons, which are pretty much the same game, I'll say that in the review. I'm working on that right now, actually. Let's say you're in a building talking to the guys. They just kind of randomly wander around. It's almost like the programmer is like, make them walk randomly. And then if you walk up to the counter and you click the bell, they appear at the counter, and then like its screen fades to black, and then they're at the counter pretty much. And then you buy stuff. Then when you undo it, they're back where they were before you went to the store. That bothers me. And then, you know, when you leave the store, they're already outside or they're already at another building. So like, let's say they're in building A, you walk out through the loading screen, they're suddenly in building G or up on the top of the mountain, and there's no way they could have gotten there. I don't like that. It drives me crazy, and I don't know why they do it. It kind of breaks the immersion for me. I'd rather them have a schedule that they do every day exactly the same, but they actually walk there, because when you talk to them, you freeze time so they can adhere to a schedule. Like, I was talking about how I like when, like, let's say Friends of Mineral Town, like, you know, like, Rick, the stupid guy that likes Karen, because I always married Karen, so I'm going to call him the stupid guy that married Karen. So, or wants to marry Karen. He would wake up, he'd hang out at the house for a while, then he'd walk to the supermarket and stand outside where he would meet Karen. Karen and Rick would stand at the bus stop for a while, talk, and then Karen would go inside because Karen lives at the supermarket. Eventually Rick would leave and go home or do something else. There was other characters that would do the same thing, like, man, I can't remember his name. Was it Jeff? Man, I don't know. But he would stick around at home, and then he'd go to, you know, like, they had schedules. Like, I would rather there be a character that every day he wakes up, sits in his house until 9, walks outside, goes to the river, stares at the river for 2 hours, gets up, and after 2 hours, he takes a walk to the mayor's house. He visits the mayor until, like, 2, and then he goes home. Or something like that. Or a guy, he runs his shop, and then after work, he goes on a walk for the mountain. Or, like, they have a different schedule for every day of the week. So, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, they do this, and Tuesday and Thursday, they do something different. As long as they actually walk from place to place, I'm happy. I don't like when they just teleport. It just ruins it for me. It's one of my biggest pet peeves in games, and I might make a top 5 pet peeves just for that, because it's up there with another one of them. I'm gonna go down the ladder real quick. Actually, I came down here for... What was I saying? You know, I would rather just have them go from place to... Have them walk. Why is that so hard if you did it in the old ones? I think they did it maybe even in Harvest Moon 64. I haven't played Harvest Moon 64. I mean, I've played it for like 2 seconds. So, can I break this open? What was I saying? I just have them stick to a schedule. Like, why can't they just walk from place? Even in A Wonderful Life, the characters just walked around. You could watch Van walk down from the mountain and slowly walk and set up shop. And they didn't make it really annoying like they did in A New Beginning. A New Beginning was notorious. Like, if you walked anywhere, like, near the bazaar place around 10 o'clock or whenever those guys showed up, you had to watch the cutscene. That was annoying. They had to they need to stop completely stopping the... I'm not reviewing that game over another game. It's just... This game's doing everything right, in my opinion, so far. Like, I don't see anything that's bothering me that it's done. And that's just upsetting, because I really like Harvest Moon. I love Harvest Moon games, and they have a special place for me, so I really get livid when they do something weird. Because it's like, when you have it right, what are they doing with these handheld ones? I mean, it was fun. Don't get me wrong, I've played them for countless hours, but I can compare them to the old ones and be like, and it's not nostalgia, it's literally like mechanics. But there I go, reviewing the game during a Let's Play again. I need to not do that. That's how I should review games. I should just play them and talk about them, instead of trying to do face cam and all that other complicated stuff. I need to pay attention. I'm not paying attention to the game at all. I'm literally just ranting. I'm just gonna break it. Thank goodness these tools don't break. Okay, so I might do a review like that, but I can't capture 3DS footage, which is why I don't do full screen reviews. But maybe for other games, I'll review them like that. I'll just play them and talk about them. Maybe I'll do that. That's a cool idea. But for handheld games, I have to do a face cam with like a corner camera because I have to point a camera at the screen and it just looks bad almost no matter what. So I'd rather take the focus off the 3DS a little bit. This is an elevator. I've discovered an elevator. How does this work? Do I have to click on it? Oh, 05. Okay, so on floor 5, there's an elevator. I did not actually catch that the first time. Yeah. I'm gonna start doing more reviews. I like reviews, I just got problems. I'm lazy. I'd rather do Let's Plays. Because I'm happy as long as I get like 1 view on a video. Like if I get 1 view, I'm like, awesome. And if I get 1 like, I'm like, even better. And if I get 1 comment, I'm really happy. Because I just like entertaining people. Even if it's 1 person. If it's 1 person, they watch it, it's almost equivalent to the time I spent on it, so it's worth it. If 2 people watch it, that's twice as long. So that's how I see Let's Plays. Like, if 5 people watch it, my 10 minutes entertained 50 minutes worth of people. I mean, worth of time for people. It's kind of weird math. Like, if 100 people watch a video and it was 2 minutes long, your 2 minutes just became... I don't remember the first number I said, but it becomes that multiplied by that. I think I'm going to leave. I'm really low on energy, and I'm not paying attention. Which makes it really easy to die, so I'm going to leave the mine. But next time I'm going to use the elevator to go down, because I didn't even realize that was there. And it's 9 p.m. And I already had learned some things about this Let's Play that I want to do. And if this episode doesn't save, I'm going to be really, really upset, because I don't want to talk about this stuff again. I mean, I do. I have to for the review. I should be working on that. But I don't feel like I'm far enough in Story of Seasons to review it. As of right now, I'm in the middle of fall. But then again, I felt like I was ready to review it by summer first, because I had already formed my opinion. I mean, I've played the heck out of it, and it's fun, but there's flaws. So that's the simple review. I don't want to ruin it for myself, though. I'll go into more detail. But I've played it a lot, and I enjoyed it. I had fun. I wasn't miserable. Alright. And I just like Harvest Moon in general. So, anyways, thanks for listening to my rant, guys. Good night. See you tomorrow. Oh, I leveled up yesterday, too. A couple times. Wait, there's something happening. I can't leave. There's a fairy coming to my house. This game is like the awesomest mix of like Terraria and Minecraft and Harvest Moon I've ever seen. Did you just grow my plant for me? You just threw off my entire mojo.